If you spend $80,000 on an Audi RS3, you get the same skiddy body as the base A3, but for just over half the price of an RS3, the new Megane RS does a whole lot better. Just check out the bulging wheel arches on all four corners, which means you won't mistake it for just any Megane hatchback, and it also symbolises that the Megane RS is kind of a big deal. You'll find all the details in my written review, but the new third generation RS also scores completely different front and rear bumpers and a central exhaust, with the rear diffuser providing downforce instead of a big rear wing. The new engine has been downsized to 1.8 litres, but it's stronger than ever and has been tweaked from its role in the new Alpine A110. Renault even claims it's the most powerful 1.8 on the market. Unlike the current Clio RS, you can still get a 6-speed manual, but it's now joined by a 6-speed dual-clutch auto for the first time. Drive is still sent through the front wheels, but it also now scores 4-wheel steering to help with slow-speed agility and high-speed stability. The only performance option at this stage is the Cup Pack, which for just $1,500 gets you a Torsen LSD, a sharper suspension tune, red Brembos with 2-piece rotors, and a whole bunch of little detail changes under the skin. Let's take another look at those pumped wheel arches. Ooh yeah. They cost Renault a lot of money to make, and no other hot hatch manages to look so muscular. The new tonic orange hero colour is stunning, but you can still get it in the gorgeous and now classic liquid yellow. More power and torque means more speed too, and the new RS is claimed to reach 100 km an hour in the same time as the previous Trophy R. Unlike the last generation, the new Megane RS is a 5-door hatch, which isn't quite as sexy, but it actually makes it a lot easier to live with. Now, the back seat space is the same as any other Megane hatchback, which admittedly isn't particularly big for a small hatch, and this one, the tow room is actually limited beneath these sport seats. It's also got the same boot space as the regular Megane hatch, which is pretty decent for its class, but under the floor you'll only find an inflation kit instead of a spare. Those pumped wheel arches and those 19-inch wheels would have you believe that the new RS would ride like a roller skate, but in actual fact it's quite livable, with a decent ride and an easy clutch. The new RS is proof that you don't have to be harsh to be fast. The new RS is faster and more comfortable, but that erodes some of the sensation of precision tool that the previous version had. It's a bit like what's happened with the latest Clio, but thankfully the Megane is still available with a manual. I also wish it had a 2-litre engine like its rivals. The torque delivery doesn't really kick in until 2400 revs, which means it doesn't feel particularly fast around town, and you only really feel it at its best when you're up it and using all the revs. The other element I'm not quite sold on is the 4-wheel steering. Yes, it tightens the turning circle around town and it may make it more stable at high speeds, but I'm not sure it really adds to the RS experience. And one detail that's hidden deep within the brochure is that the Renault Sport models have now dropped back to a 3-year warranty, unlike the 5 years of every other Renault passenger vehicle. The new RS is objectively a better car overall and will probably appeal to more people, but it's just not quite as special. If you're after more details, check out the full review at carsguide.com.au, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe to stay on top of all our latest videos.